My name is Monica Chaveniak and I'm here with Fearless Cooking. Welcome to my channel. Fair warning, this is kind of a no recipe cooking show where we create wonderful meals with just a few ingredients, but they're fresh and healthy and simple for you to lose your recipe shackles. If you're into this, then stick around and let's get the show on the road. Today's menu, we have something fabulous. It is called Okonomiyaki, a Japanese pancake. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever it is. There are two kinds of okonomiyakis in Japan. One is made in Osaka. It's a total different style of okonomiyaki than the one from Hiroshima. In Hiroshima, they're putting in noodles and lots of seafood and pork belly and eggs, and it's huge, it's humongous, you cannot eat it. In Osaka, it's more dense down, and it's usually when you go in the restaurant, you can get it on the street, but in the restaurant, you will cook it yourself. They'll bring the batter and all the fillings that you wanted, and you cook it yourself. So that's what we were trying to do today, and here we go. We have about 2 cups of flour, which I topped up with a little bit of arrowroot flour to make this batter not too dense. It is a kind of a pancake batter for sure. We put a little bit of salt in here. We have pickled ginger. This is just absolutely delicious. You need to put this in there. And we also have here, these are tempura bits. You know, those little things that are in the fryers. This is what makes this dish really, really special. Anyway, what we're doing is in the batter now is we're gonna add a couple of eggs. And then you can add, as your liquid, you can add dashi, which is basically made out of tuna and seaweed. It's a stock. Dashi, did I say that? Yes. Or you can use any chicken stock, vegetable stock, anything you would like. So start off with a small amount. You can also use water if you wanted to. You can also use, of course, miso if you like. Now just not worrying too much about the lumps. They'll get cooked out for sure. This is just about where I like to have this. We are going to add now to this dish, it's very simple. I happen to have had these organic coleslaw vegetables, and you can use this, or you use any kind of cabbage. Okonomiyaki actually means whatever you like. So you can add anything you like into this, and that's what usually happens in family. The okonomiyaki gets made in 2-3 different pans. Okay, now we're gonna add our pickles. Pickled ginger, I really like that. The tempura. Now some recipes asking about baking powder, but you don't need this. This is just as simple as it is. Now you can add prawns into it, meat in it. We're going to add on one side bacon to it. And we're also going to put in the inside cheese, and I will show it to you then when we get there. We're not mixing the cheese in there. That's not a good idea. And just a touch of soy sauce. I'm not putting in too much of the salt, because now I'm going to put a little bit of soy sauce in it. And you could also add some sriracha if you like now. We'll put it in the end. Okay. We'll get the frying pan going, and that's pretty well it. This is about the size, but I'm going to get it a little bit bigger because we're sharing this tonight. It takes about 5-6 minutes each side. Okay. I'm going to just turn this down a little bit. You want to get it into a hot pan, but then you want to cut down a little bit on the heat. So now, just making the sides. And you can see it's already starting to get crunchy on the outside here. You can feel it. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, but what we're doing now, if you want some cheese in it, which is quite alright, because it's your okonomiyaki, then you're putting the cheese in here, in this part. We're putting a little bit on top here. We are going to turn it over later in a few minutes. Just going to cover this here. It takes a little longer, this one, but I'm going to press it down later on, not right now. I want to make sure that it starts to slowly go into every nook and cranny here. Just a little bit. This looks beautiful. And now, we're putting on the bacon. You can put ham here, anything you like. We just happen to have some of that. I think that is more than enough. And in a minute or so, we're going to turn it over. Now we're going to turn it over. Now there's a simple way. You can either flip it, but I wouldn't do that at this point with this. There's a lot of stuff in there. So a very simple way is you just take a plate, put it on top. I'm going to put a little bit more oil in here in a minute. Back in here now. Now we can press it down. And you can also make a few holes here that the heat goes right through and through. There we go. So that'll be another 5-6 minutes. I'll just keep an eye on it. Just put the lid on it and turn it down a little bit. This is quite a heavy-duty, big, fancy okonomiyaki. So we're just going to put this on for now. Give it a few more minutes. Okay, our okonomiyaki is gorgeous. Very nice, very beautiful. Now comes the third part to this. It has like 3 components. The batter, the ingredients, that is your choice, but it's always cabbage. And now the topping. Now you can get a Japanese a barbecue sauce if you like, but I made my own with a little bit of oyster sauce and HB sauce. I have nothing at home like this. Gotta make sure we have enough. A lot, if you like a lot of more barbecue sauce, please put it on. Okay, the next part is the Japanese mayonnaise. It's an absolutely essential thing. It's completely different from ours in taste. It's very light. I've tried once to use ours. It doesn't taste well together. So this is kupi, and it's Japanese mayonnaise made with rice vinegar. So that's why it makes it so lighter. And the perfect thing, this is why this comes in like this. You just press this down, fold it over. It's fantastic. And open this up. And then we put the mayonnaise. We like decent amount of mayonnaise on it. It's like a birthday cake. There we go. Now we just go. Oh, I'm shaking. There we go. And here comes the topping of it all. These are the tuna flakes, and it's absolutely beautiful to see when you put it on and they're swaying in they're large tuna flakes. I like the smaller ones better. Okonomiyaki, a beautiful Japanese pancake that's good at any given time, easy to make, and very, very healthy. Well, if you leave the mayonnaise out, but it's all part of it. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to push a few buttons, like it, come back, and remember, be fearless in your kitchen.